वर्णानाम् अर्थसङ्घानां रसानां छन्दसामपि मङ्गलानां च कर्तारौ वन्दे वाणी विनायकौ भवानी शङ्करौ वन्दे श्रद्धा विश्वासरूपिणौ याभ्यां विना न पश्यन्ति सिद्धा स्वान्तस्थमीश्वरम् वन्दे बोधमयं नित्यं गुरुं शङ्कररूपिणं यमाश्रितो हि वक्रोऽपि चन्द्रः सर्वत्र वन्द्यते सीतारामगुणग्राम पुण्यारण्यविहारिणौ वन्दे विशुद्धविज्ञानौ कवीश्वर कपीश्वरौ यत्र यत्र रघुनाथकीर्तनं तत्र तत्र कृतमस्तकाञ्जलिं बाष्पवारि परिपूर्णलोचनं मारुतिं नमत राक्षसान्तकम् श्री गुरुचरण सरोज रज निज मनु मुकुर सुधारी बरनौ रघुबर बिमल जसु जो दायक फलचारी बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मुहि हरहु कलेस विकार जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीसतिहु लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन बरन बिराज सुबेसा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा बिराजे कांधे मूंज जनेऊ साजे शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगबंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे रामचंद्र के काज संवारे लाय सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुबीर हरषि उर लाए रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बढ़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरतहि सम भाई सहस बदन तुम्हरो जस गावे अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद सारद सहित अहिसा जम कुबेर दिगपाल जहाते कवि कोविद कहि सखे कहाते तुम उपकार सुग्रीवहि कीन्हा राम मिलाय राजपद दीन्हा तुम्हरो मंत्र स्वर भय सब जग जाना जुग सहस्र जो जन पर भानु लील्योताहि मधुर फल जानु प्रभु मुद्रिका मिलि मुख माहि जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाहि। दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते, सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हरे तेते। राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे, होतन आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे। सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी सरना, तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना। आपन तेज सम्हारो आपे, तीनों लोक हांकते कापे। भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुनावे। नासै रोग हरै सब पीरा, जपत निरंतर हनुमत बीरा। ते हनुमान छुड़ावे, मन क्रम बचन ध्यान जो लावे। सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा, तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा। और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे, सोही अमित जीवन फल पावे। चारों जुग परताप तुम्हारा, है पर सिद्ध जगत उजियारा। साधु संत के तुम रखवारे, असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे। अष्ट सिद्धि नव निधि के दाता, असबर दीन जानकी माता। राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा, सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा। तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे, जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे। अंत काल रघुबरपुर जाई, जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई। और देवता चित्तन धरई, से सर्व सुख करई। संकट कटे मिटै सब पीरा, जो सुमिरै हनुमत बलबीरा। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई। जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई, छूट ही बंधि महासुख होई। जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा, होय सिद्धि साखी गौरीसा। तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा, की जय नाथ हृदय महडेरा। पवन तनय संकट हरन, मंगल मूर्ति रूप। राम लखन सीता सहित, हृदय बसहु सुर भूप सियावर। रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय। श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। जय सिया राम, जय जय सिया राम। 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 जय सिया राम, जय जय सिया राम, 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 जय सिया राम, जय जय हनुमान, जय हनुमान, जय जय हनुमान, संकट मोचन कृपा निधान, जय सिया राम, जय जय सिया राम, जय सिया राम, जय जय सिया राम, जय जय सिया राम, जय जय सिया राम। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। In yesterday's session, we had seen Kanchana Barana Biraja Subesa Kanana Kundala Kunchita Kesa. Wherever we see description of form of the Lord, in any dhyana shloka, be it in Lalita Sahasranama, Vishnu Sahasranama, or Hanuman Chalisa, it points at the symbolism, points at the greatness of upasana. So we had discussed what is upasana. Absorbing mind in Bhagavan is upasana. Absorbing the mind in the Lord is upasana. To make it easier, they say take one form of the Lord. That form which is very dear to us, such that mind effortlessly is able to absorb in that form, whom we call as our Ishta Devata. Although we use the word Devata, we should not consider Ishta Devata as Agni Devata, Varun Devata, Vayu Devata. Devata word there means consciousness. That which is illuminous is called Devata. So we should have our own personal form of God. So the sadhana and upasana is build a temple in your heart, where only two people reside, Bhakta and Bhagavan. And it should be so powerful that world should not bother. That temple should become a kavacha. It should become a shield to protect the mind. Which Ishtadevata should we pick? Who is the best Ishtadevata? We saw the example of Sun-ray and the sun. Just like sun alone appears as Sun-ray, that formless truth, one formless truth, which Upanishads talk about, Ekam Eva Advitiyam. That formless truth manifests as different forms. Holding on to the ray, we can reach the sun. Holding on to the form, we can reach the absolute truth. So more than which ray to hold on to, what is important is holding on to at least one ray. Similarly, instead of thinking which form is the best, the sadhana for us is hold on to any form, but hold on. So that was regarding Ishtadevata, and benefit of such upasana, Shankaracharya ji had written in Ishavasya Bhashya. Anaishwaryadi adharma kamadi dosha jatam mrutyum tarati. He says this person is saved from smallness of the mind. He will never feel helpless. Who will never feel helpless? Upasaka, one who meditates on the Lord in this way. And second is, he is kept on the right path. His mind will not get swayed by the storm of desire, storm of erroneous thoughts of this mind. That is why right from childhood we are taught, pray every day. They don't give too much details. What do they say? Pray every day. Don't ask too many questions at that point. But as we study Shastra, we come to understand the psychology behind prayer, psychology behind upasana. Just like physical body needs exercise for good health, mind needs upasana for good mental health. Where it should feel, I have a bigger anchor to hold on to. Then we saw Vidyavana Guni Ati Chatura. Hanuman Ji is not only Vidwan, but he is Vidyavan. What is the difference between Vidwan and Vidyavan? Vidwan is somebody who knows a lot, but he takes your peace away. He can't take your peace away. And Vidwan is somebody who is also knowledgeable, but he gives us peace. So Ravana is Vidwan and Hanuman Ji is Vidyavan, because he is Guni and Ati Chatura, has the right wisdom. Then we also saw Prabhu Charitra Suni Beko Rasiya, Rama Lakhana Sita Manabasiya. Hanuman Ji is very eager. He has rasa to listen to Bhagwan's katha. And this is how Goswamiji ends up meeting Hanuman Ji also. See, one thing we have to understand, whenever we start getting joy in katha, we start coming to Bhagavad Katha Satsang, not because somebody is pushing us, but we ourselves want to go. That means punya karmas of the past are ripening. Bhagwan's grace is showering on that sadhaka. Because in Kali Yuga, there are so many things to pull the mind. In that, if a person feels, I need to do Katha Shravanam, that means Bhagwan's grace is in plenty. Prabhu Charitra Suni Beko Rasiya. And it doesn't happen overnight, this Katha Rasa. It takes a long time. In the beginning, we are eager to know when is the Katha going to end. That is our biggest challenge. Many people also sit very close to the door. What if some phone comes in between? So mind goes here and there. In our own sadhana also we feel this. You have to drag yourself to do puja, chant something every day. But a time should come where a person feels restless if he doesn't do Katha Shravanam. Feels restless if he doesn't do his or her sadhana. That means he has started getting rasa in that thing. Rasa means delight. Those people who take delight in music are called what? Rasika. Sangeet ke rasik hai. Rasik means they take joy in music. Like that, sadhaka takes joy in Bhagavad Katha. You keep Katha at any time, he will come. Any distance driving, he will come. Any duration, he will sit. Such a sadhaka will get much more than what he has thought. Because power of Bhagavad Katha it is. So many things will be there. It will just come and open up many things for that sadhaka. Prabhu Charitra Suni Beko Rasiya. Then the last topic we had seen was Sukshma Roopadhari Siyahi Dikhava, Vikata Roopadhari Lanka Jarava, Bhima Roopadhari Asura Samhare, Ramachandra ke Kaja Samhare. So we saw the story part also, how Hanuman Ji met Sita Ji, but we also saw the symbolic meaning of it. Sukshma Rupa means being small in front of knowledgeable people. Being small in front of those who know more than us. And Bikata Rupa, becoming big, is in front of our own vices. Whenever the mind brings erroneous things, being firm, not getting carried away with this mind. Another thing about being small is being flexible. Being flexible in non-essential things, trivial things. And Bikata Rupa means being firm when it comes to principles. Honesty, truthfulness. In all those things, Bhima Rupa. And in trivial things, Sukshma Rupa. Now let us see 11th and 12th verse. This is story of Hanuman Ji bringing Sanjeevani. Shri Ram Jaya Jaya Rama, Shri Ram Jaya Jaya Rama, Laya Sanjeevan Lakhan Ji Aaye, Shri Raghubir Harashi Urlaye, रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बढ़ाई, तुम मम प्रिय भरत ही सम भाई। श्री राम जय जय राम, श्री राम जय जय राम। Every chaupai we make sure that we see the simple meaning first, because sometimes in explaining the story one word gets missed here and there. Laya Sanjeevana Lakhana Ji Aaye. Hanuman Ji brought Sanjeevani booty for Lakshman Ji, and he made him come back to life. Shri Raghubira Harashi Uralaye. Bhagwan Rama embraced Hanuman Ji because of the great favor that he had done to him. In entire Ramcharitmanas, Bhagwan doesn't talk too much about Lakshman Ji until it comes to this prasanga. Bhagwan's love for Lakshman Ji you can see in this prasanga. When we see the story, we will reflect on it more. So somebody who is so dear to you, imagine the gratitude you will have towards somebody who has saved their life. Raghupati kini bahuta badhai. Bhagwan says, I am forever indebted to you, Hanuman Ji. Whatever you have done to me, I can never repay you. Like that Bhagwan praises. Tuma mama priya bharatahi samabhai. You are as dear to me as Bharata. You know, Bhagwan had embraced Hanuman Ji several times before. And every time he would feel he is embracing himself. Because he didn't see difference between him and Hanuman Ji. But this time, he is telling Hanuman Ji, today when I am embracing you, it is feeling as though I am embracing Bharat Ji. Have you met him? Hanuman Ji says, yes, I did meet him on the way from the Dronagiri mountain to come to Lanka. That is why this line comes, Tuma mama priya bharatahi samabhai. So Rama-Ravana Yuddha, Lanka Kanda, let us go there. Different warriors are being sent from Ravana's side. And Bhagwan's army is also powerful. All Vanaras are fighting in Bhagwan's name. One by one, all warriors from Ravana's side are getting defeated. Finally, Ravana sends Meghanada. Meghanad is his son. Another name of Meghanad is Indrajit. Indrajit. And this Meghanada is very powerful. It is said when Meghanada comes to fight, there was no Vanara in Bhagwan's army whom Meghnad's arrow did not hit. That was his power. And he was not only powerful, he had certain Mayavi Shakti. One Mayavi Shakti was, he would sit on his chariot and send an arrow and disappear. So he and his chariot both would disappear. So imagine, the enemy has to aim where? Arrow came from here and is nowhere to be seen. So he was 100% protection against retaliation of enemy. Remember all these powers, huh? Each one has symbolic meaning. First we will see the story part, then the symbolism. So that was one power, disappearing chariot. Second power he had was, he could send two contrary astras together. Generally what would happen, if you have seen Ramanand Sagar Ji's Mahabharat, you will remember the astra. One person takes the arrow, does a prayer. Let us say he is sending Meghastra. Opposite person will send Vayu Astra. So the Megha and Vayu cancel out. If one person is sending Parvatastra, Parvatastra means mountain arrow. What should other person send? Vajrastra, thunderbolt. So it will counteract the Parvatastra. But in case of Indrajit, in case of Meghanada, he would send both contrary arrows together. For example, one arrow would be Agneyastra, fire arrow. And another arrow would be Varunastra, water. Generally, opposite person has to send water. So in his case, fire is coming from top, water is coming from down. That is Meghnad. All Maya. These Vanaras were very afraid. He was just fighting with so much of power. Lakshman Ji enters at this point. Goswami Ji gives a beautiful description of Lakshman Ji. He was as fair as Himalaya. It appeared as though Himalaya mountain is coming to fight Meghanada. And Lakshman Ji's power was invincible. He broke his chariot, he broke everything of Meghanada. Now he started feeling very afraid. He said, this is going out of control. Meghanad had one boon. If he sends that Veer Ghatini Shakti, that Shakti will definitely work. Note the word, huh? What is the name of his arrow? Veer Ghatini Shakti. That arrow is infallible. It will work. So finally he sends Veer Ghatini Shakti on Meghanad Ji, on Lakshman Ji. Meghanad sends the arrow on Lakshman Ji. Lakshman Ji does the leela of becoming unconscious. He falls down, lies down unconscious. This Meghanad had a desire. He said, whichever enemy I defeat, I will tie them and bring them to Ravana. So he also thinks, Lakshman Ji is down, unconscious. I can lift him and put him in front of Ravana. He makes everybody lift. He himself come to lift. Lakshman Ji doesn't move an inch. Goswami Ji writes, one who is Jagadadhara, avatar of Shesha Bhagwan. Meghnad thought he would just casually lift him. He could not move Lakshman Ji even a little bit. Right at that moment, Hanuman Ji comes. Just like you lift a small child, he casually lifts Lakshman Ji, puts him on his shoulders, takes him to Bhagwan Rama. Now, when he is with Bhagwan, Bhagwan first laments. He says, if I lose you, just with the setting sun, all the qualities of sevaka, good friend, good brother, good bhakta, everything is going to set with you. While Bhagwan is lamenting like this, Vibhishan Ji is there. He knows precisely what is Lanka. He says, there is one Vaidya, Ravana's Vaidya, Sushena. He can cure Lakshman Ji. So Hanuman Ji goes. Hanuman Ji's style is very unique. He doesn't knock his door, ask. He lifts his home and brings. Along with his home, he brings Sushena Vaidya. The Vanaras ask, where is Vaidya? He says, he's sleeping inside, knock the door. So they open the door, bring Sushena out. Other Vanaras ask, why didn't you bring only Sushena? At least you could have brought his cot. Jahan pe soya tha. Why did you have to bring whole home? Hanuman Ji says, see, if I brought only Sushena, Ravana would torture him. He would say, why did you help the enemy? If I brought him with his home, he cannot ask him questions. Sushena can say, I was kidnapped. Overnight, somebody took me. I couldn't do anything. And Hanumanji says, see, doctors, they need too many things. They need medicine, so many other things. Instruments are there. So he should not spend time going back, coming back. Home is there, whatever dispensary, everything is there. Next one is beautiful. Sushena, when he comes out, he does Sashtanga Pranam to Bhagwan Rama. This is Vaidya Dharma. Once a doctor, he says if enemy also needs help, he has to cure. They say in Mahabharata war, the kitchen and dispensary was common. But here Sushena, he does pranams to Bhagwan. Now he looks at Lakshman Ji and finally he comes to his diagnosis. He says, there is one herb which is available in Dronagiri mountain. Dronagiri mountain is in between Mount Kailash and one adjacent mountain, right up in the north, in Himalayas. So that herb is needed and it is needed before sunrise. Two conditions. Now this condition, even if Ravana heard, Sushena has given, he would not mind. He would say, who will go to Dronagiri mountain, thousands of miles away, and that too before sunrise? But he didn't know Bhagwan's army had Hanuman Ji. So this is where we had seen the prasanga yesterday. Rama kaja kari beko atura. Hanuman Ji says, Bhagwan, I will go and come without delaying. Moon I will squeeze, sun I will take out, Patal I will bring nectar. If Ashwini Kumaras are needed, I will bring them. And I can stop Yama also. By your grace and your permission, I can do all this. So then he goes. On the way he meets Kalanemi Rakshasa. He finishes Kalanemi, goes to Dronagiri. Now see, Hanumanji studied Shastra. He was not a doctor. So which is Sanjeevani, he is not able to find out. And that mountain gets lot of snow. Even today that mountain is very popular, Dronagiri mountain. And even today, lot of medicinal herbs are available there. So Hanumanji says, no point in wasting time, lifts the mountain and comes back. While coming back, he takes a small detour over Ayodhya. And Bharatji was guarding Ayodhya in the middle of the night. He sees a monkey going with a mountain. He sends one arrow without a tip. And Hanumanji is brought down. Vayu Devata holds the mountain up while Hanumanji and Bharatji are conversing. Finally, Bharatji says, I will send another arrow. Along with your mountain, you sit here. It will take you straight to Bhagwan Rama. Finally, Hanuman Ji reaches Bhagwan. Right before he was reaching, Bhagwan's viraha is something very special in Ramcharitmanas. How much love he had for Lakshman Ji. He says, if I knew that this would happen to you, I would not have obeyed my father's words. If I knew this would have happened, I would not have obeyed father's words. He says, how am I supposed to go back to Ayodhya now? And what will I say to your mother Sumitra Ji? When you went to do pranams to her before coming, asking permission, she had told you your father and mother are Bhagwan Rama and Sita Ji. How will I go and answer her if I lose you? Right when this was happening, Hanuman Ji, he changes the whole atmosphere. Goswami Ji says, until now there was Karuna Rasa. And when Hanuman Ji came, it became Veera Rasa. Just few chaupais, let us see. Prabhu pralap suni kaan, bikala bhaye banar nikar, आई गयो हनुमान जिमि करुणा महावीर रस. राम सिया राम सिया राम सिया राम, 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 राम सिया राम सिया राम सिया राम. हर श्री राम भेटेउ हनुमाना, अति कृतज्ञ प्रभु परम सुजाना. तुरत बैद तब कीन्ही उपाई, उठी बैठे लक्ष्मण हर्षाई. हृदय लाई प्रभु भेटे हु भ्राता, हर्षे सकल भालु कपि भ्राता. कपि पुनि बैद तहा पहुँचावा, जेहि विधि तबहि ताहि लई आवा. राम सिया राम सिया राम सिया राम, राम सिया राम सिया राम सिया राम, राम सिया राम सिया राम सिया राम, राम सिया राम सिया राम सिया राम. This Karuna Rasa got replaced by Veera Rasa when Hanuman Ji arrived. Harashi Ram bheteyo Hanumana. Bhagwan with lot of joy met Hanuman Ji. Ati Krutajna, Prabhu Parama Sujana. Bhagwan says, I am very, very grateful to you. Whenever Bhagwan says such things, Hanuman Ji holds his feet tightly. He says, Bhagwan, this praise is something which has brought Maya in many great devotees' lives. Now don't delude me again with your Maya. This was possible by your grace. Turata baida taba kin ho pai. Very quickly, Sushena did the medical thing, whatever had to be done. Uti bhaite Lachimana harashai. Lakshman Ji sat healthy. Hrudaya lai Prabhu bhete ubhrata. Bhagwan met Lakshman Ji. Harashe sakala bhalu kapi brata. All Vanaras, they started rejoicing. Next is interesting. Kapi puni baida taha pahuchava. We only know half the story. Hanuman Ji got Sushena from his wherever he was living along with his home. But after work was done, he put him back also. Jehi bidi tabahi tahi lai ava. From wherever he had brought, he returned him back. This is where this chaupai comes. Layasa jivana lakhana jiyaye Shri Raghubira harashe uralaye. Raghupati kini bahuta badhayi tuma mama priya bharata hi samabhayi. Because he met Bharatji on the way, Bhagwan asks him, Today I am feeling as though I am embracing my Bharata. Now, this is the story part. Let us look at the symbolic meaning of this story. Meghanada, whose name is also Indrajit, symbolizes Kāma. All this symbolism Goswamiji himself has given in Vinaya Patrika. Moha dasha mauli tadabhrata ahankara pakarijita kama vishrama hari. Pakarijita. Pakarijita means Indrajita. These words are also beautiful. Paka means Daitya. Okay, Paka means Daitya. Ari means enemy. So who is the enemy of Daitya? Indra. So Paka Ari is Indra. So Paka Ari Jita means one who has won even Indra. Is Indrajita. Indrajita. So that Kamana, which is so powerful, that is Meghanada. Cloud, when they roar, all sadgunas, they run away. Kamana, when it roars, all sadguna runs away. That was Meghanada. Now what was his Maya Shakti? Two were there. One was disappearing chariot. This Kamana doesn't have a form. It operates without a body. Since when does it not have a form? Since the time Bhagwan Shiva burnt it. Smaras smartavyatma. In Shiva Mahimna Stotram it is said, Kāma Deva became an object of memory. Means Lord Shiva burnt him, but because his wife prayed, Kāma Deva's wife prayed, Rati, she prayed, Bhagwan Shiva said, he doesn't have a physical body, but he will continue to live in each and every person without a body. That is the disappearing chariot of Kamana. You don't know where it is coming from. Only you see the desire. Manifest desire we see. But if you say, okay, now I am going to find that desire, you don't know where it is coming from. Second Maya Shakti of Meghanad was, he could send 2 arrows. One arrow of fire from the top, one arrow of water, Varunastra. Fire represents rāga and water represents fire represents dveṣa, because jvalana is there, right? And water represents rāga. So wherever Kamana is there, Kamana will have 2 forms, rāga and dveṣa. Moment we have desire for something, either we will get attached or we will develop some hatred. That is Meghanada. Lakshman Ji represents Vairāgya, dispassion. You can also in simple words say, Lakshman Ji represents willpower. When Kamana is powerful, it will send one arrow. That is called which Shakti? Veer Ghatini Shakti. Whatever willpower a person has, whatever Vairāgya a person has, it will not get destroyed, but it will become unconscious. So Lakshman Ji represents Veer Ghatini. Lakshman Ji represents Vairāgya, dispassion, willpower, and that Veer Ghatini Shakti is the Shakti of Kamana, desire. Now, to recover from this, what is needed is Sanjeevani. That Sanjeevani is Satsang. What does Shankaracharya say? Satsangatve nissangatvam Nissangatve nirmohatvam. Satsangatve nissangatvam. When we keep doing satsang, Vairāgya will get hammered in our mind. Dispassion will get awakened in our mind. Now and then our spiritual battery drains out. Phone battery, how it goes down? 5%, 2%. Like that our spiritual battery, whatever we have understood spiritually, whatever willpower we have developed, good routine that we have developed, if we stay away from satsang, that thing slowly goes away. And this satsang has to be done quickly. You cannot wait for too long. So Sanjeevani Bhuti has to be given at the right time. Where is Sanjeevani available? In Himalayas. Where is satsang available? There where sadhus live. So Himalaya is symbolic of availability of satsang. Hanuman Ji could have brought only that Sanjeevani, but he ends up bringing the whole mountain. You will notice this for yourself also. If you listen to satsang for, let's say, 1.5 hours, in that you will find, oh, these points were precisely for me. I used to feel this every time when I used to listen to Gurudev's talks. Something he would say, it would just set you right. This creation is not a chaos, it's a cosmos. Don't run away. Stay where you are and do what the Lord has kept you there for. That is our Sanjeevani. But to get that one Sanjeevani, you have to listen to whole satsang. Because you'd never know where that Sanjeevani is for you. That is why they say, Ghangor Shravan hona chahiye. Our Shravanam should be like monsoon showers. Then we get clarity. Systematically, topics become clear to us. So that is the Sanjeevani. Okay, so the sadhana here is, we should ask ourselves, where is Meghanad in us? What is our Veer Ghatini Shakti that he sends? And we should make sure that we do satsang every day. If not for long time, at least short time. Some reset is needed. Okay, that is this prasanga. Now the next set of verses are another topic. See, human beings, when we praise, sometimes we over-exaggerate. If you say, this person is as brave as a lion. Now that brave as a lion is exaggeration. What lion can do, he cannot do. You just have to take similarities. But Bhagavan, when we praise, no matter how much you praise, it is not exaggeration, it will always fall short. You know why? Because Bhagavan is abode of infinity. If you take Bhagavan's guna, infinite gunas are in the Lord. So what can you do to praise a thing which is infinite? Our mind cannot even fathom His power, His gunas, His grace. It is like saying the sun is as bright as thousands of glowworms or thousands of lamps. Lamp you can give example, but no matter you say thousands also, it will fall short. But Bhagavan, when you praise, it is something which is very different than ordinary praise. That is one thing. Second thing which is important is, who is praising? If a very respected person praises something, naturally we get more reverence, more curiosity to know about that thing. For example, all these commercial products which are available, whom do they hire for their advertisement? Some ordinary person or some sports person who is well known? I will ask you a question. What is the secret of your energy? Boost is the secret of my energy. किसने बोला था? Ordinary person saying will not make an impact. As Sachin says it, children say, I will drink it. Look at the power of Stuti. One who is doing it is also important. If we know their greatness, whatever they say, we have more curiosity about that thing. So next 3 verses, 13, 14, 15, is about Stuti of Hanuman Ji. Stuti of Hanuman Ji. Who is doing it? All great people are doing it. Who are these people? They are listed here. We will try to see in brief. सहस बदन तुम्हरो जस गावे, अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे। सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा, नारद सारद सहित अहिसा। जम कुबेर दिगपाल जहाते, कवि को बिद कहि सके कहाते। श्री राम जय जय राम, श्री राम जय जय राम। Who are these people? Sahasa badana tumharo jasa gave. Sahasa badana means Shesha Bhagwan. Shesha Bhagwan, Shesha means that which remains. So when pralaya happens, entire universe gets dissolved. But the one who remains even in pralaya, that which remains Shesha in pralaya, is Shesha Bhagwan. One who supports this entire universe, that Shesha Bhagwan does Stuti of Hanuman Ji. Sahasa bana tumharo jasa gave, asa kahi Shripati kantha lagave. All of them praise Hanuman Ji. Another question people might have, all these names which are there, where do they praise exactly? The thing is, there are so many Puranas which we might not be familiar with. 18 Puranas are there. So different stories come in different Puranas. So we just have to pay attention to who is praising. Okay, first one is Sahasa Badana. Shesha Bhagwan is also called as Ananta Shesha. Bhagwan says in Bhagavad Gita, Anantaschasmi Naganam. Among the Nagas, I am Shesha Bhagwan. That Shesha praises Hanuman Ji. Second is Sanakadika. Sanakadi Rishi Munis, who are the mind-born sons of Brahma Ji. They look like small kids, small children, but they are ancient rishis. Always discussing Vedanta, always discussing spiritual topics. Puja Guruji used to say, they never run out of audience because there are 4 people. One person becomes speaker, other 3 students. Then they change. Constantly, mind is in Brahma Charcha, Brahma Vichara. And those who are such great Mahatmas, generally they don't praise anybody. Even if you read Taponji Maharaj's letter, if you find one praise somewhere, that is like, music to your ears. Taponji Maharaj praising somebody. So here, Sanakadi Rishi Munis, they also praise Hanuman Ji. They do Hanuman Ji's Stuti. Brahmadi, Sanakadika Brahmadi. Brahmadi means Lord Brahma himself. Mundaka Upanishad begins with Brahmaji's praise. Brahma Devanam Pratamasam Babhuva Vishwasya Karta Bhuvanasya Gopta. Brahmaji is the one from whom Vedas have manifested. 4 faces represent 4 Vedas. And one who is the protector of this universe. One who creates this universe, Vishwasya Karta, Bhuvanasya Gopta. Such Brahmaji also praises Hanuman Ji. Now again I mentioned, where is it praised? Puranas. Itihasa Purana is plenty, we have not studied all of it. We know tip of the iceberg, drop in the ocean. Brahmadi, Sanakadika Brahmadi, Munisa. Munisa is Narada. Naradji, he also praises Hanumanji. Now on this prasanga, there is a nice katha. Naradji used to think he is the greatest devotee of Bhagavan. And he was, great devotee of the Lord. Inspired several people, including Ratnakara. Made him into Valmiki. Inspired Bhagavan Vedvyasji. Composed Bhagavatam. Such great Naradji, he thought he is a great devotee. Brahmaji tells him, I think you should meet Hanumanji. So Hanumanji, he goes looking for him. And Hanumanji was singing Ram Nam with his veena. You know, Hanumanji can play instruments also. He was singing Ram Nam with his veena. And it was so melodious. Naradji takes his veena, keeps it on a rock. He sits with Hanumanji and starts singing Ram Nam. Then they finish the singing. Naradji is ready to leave. And he sees his veena is not getting up. What happened was, that devotion was so powerful that rock melted. And his veena sunk in the rock. And it crystallized there. He was unable to lift it up. So quietly with his head down, he comes to Brahmaji. Brahmaji understands what happened. He says, go again. Ask Hanumanji to sing again. So he goes back. Hanumanji starts singing. He also sings. Then when the rock melts again, he brings his veena back. That is where Sanakadika Brahmadi Munisa, Narada. Naradji praises Hanumanji. Narada Sarada. Sarada is Sharda Devi. Saraswati Mata also praises Hanumanji. So if we need knowledge, and Hanumanji is our Ishta Devata, everything is included in one form. Narada Sarada Sahita Ahisa. Ahisa is also Shesha Bhagwan. Jama. Jama is Yamaraja. What is the greatness of Yamaraja? He is the teacher of Kathopanishad. Yamaraja also praises Hanumanji. It is said, in Ravana's court, there was one door. That door was called Yama Katara Dwara. Katara means to tremble. Means, in entering from that door, even Yamaraja used to fear. Yama Katara Dwara. Then when Yamaraja sees the way Hanumanji wins over Ravana, even the first time when he goes, the confidence with which he speaks to Ravana, Yamaraja sings Hanumanji's glory. Jama Kubera. Kubera is treasurer of gods. Jama Kubera, Digapala, Jahate. Digpala means the guardian deities of directions. If you do Sandhya Vandanam, these mantras come there. All different Dig Devatas, their mantras. Kabhi ko bida kahi sake kahate. Kabhi means those who are poets. Krantadarshi. Krantadarshi means whose thinking doesn't get constrained by normal things. Kavi is somebody who can think beyond. You know that song is there, right? Jahan डाल डाल पर सोने की चिड़िया करती है बसेरा. There is one line which comes, the mandir which is there, it appears as though it is conversing with the sky. The temples in Bharat Desha were so tall that it appears as though they are talking to the sky. That is Kavita. We also see tall building. But that thought has to come. That building is talking to the sky. So Kavi is Krantadarshi. Those Kavis, great Kavis, they also praise Hanuman Ji. And Kobida. Kobida means learned people. All of them do Stuti of Hanuman Ji. What is the main point here? If we know the greatness of those people who are doing this Stuti, then our reverence for what they are praising increases. So all these people are doing Stuti. Next, Chaupai is the story of Sugriva meeting Hanuman Ji. Sugriva meeting Bhagwan Rama through Hanuman Ji. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. 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 तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीन्हा राम मिलाय राजपद दीन्हा. तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीन्हा राम मिलाय राजपद दीन्हा. श्री राम जय जय राम. श्री राम जय जय राम. Tuma upakara Sugrivahi kina. You did great upakara, great help to Sugriva. Rama milaya rajapadatinha, by making him meet Bhagwan Rama. And with that, he got his kingdom. You made him the king of Kishkinda. Now Sugriva was sitting on Rishyamukha Parvat. Rishyamukha Parvat, and he was very afraid of his brother Vali. He had chased him to the end of this world. Because of Vali, he had run around everywhere. Except this mountain, he could not find shelter anywhere. Because Vali was cursed, he could not come to Rishyamukha Parvat. So from this Parvat, he sees two handsome young men. Very charming. Generally, looking at Bhagwan, fear runs away. Sugriva was the first person. Looking at Bhagwan, he got afraid and started planning to run away. He said, I don't know if Vali has sent both of them. He called Hanuman Ji. And he said, Hanuman Ji, you go as a Brahmana and find out who these two people are. If at all they are Vali's people, just give me some hand signal. I will be ready to run. Moment you give me that signal, I will run away. You know, this is a very nice prasanga. Huh? Sugriva is as though telling us, whenever we are unable to understand a situation properly, we should look at it through the eyes of a knowledgeable person. Whenever we are unable to understand a situation properly, look at that situation through the eyes of a wise person. One good thing about Sugriva is he lost many things, but he held on to Hanuman Ji. Vali took away his wife, his kingdom, his wealth. Nothing was there with him. Few monkeys were there, and he held on to Hanuman Ji. And with Hanuman Ji's grace, he got everything that he needed in life. Sugriva represents a jiva, Gurudev's famous quote is there, right? Normal tendency of a human mind is to have regrets of the past, anxiety about the future, and dissipation in the present. Mind is dissipated in the present. The beauty of Sugriva-like vritti, Sugriva-like thought is, person starts focusing on what is important in the present. He says, right now what I am supposed to do, that I will do. What about the future? He says, future is Hari Ichha. Whatever way Lord has planned for me, I will happily accept it. What to talk about human beings? Lord Shiva also does this. Sati Devi, when she goes away to test Bhagwan, what does Lord Shiva say? Hoi hi soi jo Rama rachi rakha, ko kai tarka bada vaisaka. Whatever Lord has willed, that alone will happen. I have to do what is supposed to be done right now. So he closes his eyes, starts doing Nama Japa. So Sugriva, he holds on to Hanuman Ji. So Hanuman Ji goes and introduces himself to Bhagavan. Before introducing, he asks few questions. He says, Bhagavan, who are you? You are so tender. What are you doing in the scorching sun? Without padatrana, without any footwear. In this harsh land, what are you doing? Are you one of the three Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara? He looks closer. He says, are you Naranarayana? Two of you are there. Or are you Lord of the universe? Taken avatar to protect human beings. Who are you? Bhagavan says, no, I am just an ordinary person, son of Dashrath Maharaj. My wife has been taken away. Me and my brother, we are searching for her. Now tell me, who are you? Hanumanji falls at Bhagavan's feet again. He says, Bhagavan, this question is okay if I ask. You should not ask this question. Jiva can ask, who is Ishvara? Ishvara, if he asks, who is Jiva? Where will I go, Bhagavan? So then he says, Bhagavan, now that I have found you, I have found my master. But there is a great devotee, your devotee, who is sitting up. And he is king of monkeys. He will make sure that you get help in finding Sita Ji. Now see, all three statements are not factually correct. Sugriva, what was he? Devotee or waiting to run away? He was waiting to run. Hanumanji says, your great devotee is there. He himself needs help. And Hanumanji says, he will help you find Sita Ji. It is called as Bhavishad Vritti. Hanumanji is not saying, Bhagwan, all this is true right now. He says, in the future, this is going to happen. If you give your permission, I can take you up to him. You have been walking too long. That's why I don't want you to walk much. That picture is very famous, right? Hanumanji taking Bhagwan Rama and Lakshman Ji. takes him to meet Sugriva. See, this is also Guru Rupa of Hanuman Ji. First day we had seen, what does a Guru do? Take Jivatma to Paramatma. Hanuman Ji is even more compassionate. He brings Paramatma to Jivatma. Took Bhagwan to meet Sugriva. Then finally, both of them share their story. Sugriva shares his story. Story should we see? Little bit. Sugriva's story, what had happened before. But let us complete it. So he shares his story. Then finally, Bhagwan says, I will build a friendship with you. And he finishes Vali and gets his kingdom back for him. Little bit of background for Sugriva. You know, Sugriva and Vali, they were very good siblings, very close brothers. One day, one Rakshasa was there, Mayavi. He comes and challenges Vali. And Vali was very proud of his strength. He was so strong, when his son Angada was small, he captured Ravana, tied him in his cradle, and Angad would poke him and he would smile. So Angad played in his cradle with Ravana hanging. So when Angad goes to Ravana's court and Ravana asks him, did you recognize me? Angad says, yes, I recognized you. I know you from childhood. So such was the power of Vali, he takes his challenge. And that Mayavi Rakshasa runs away, Vali runs after him. Sugriva warns him. He says at night these Rakshasas become strong. Don't go after him. But Vali doesn't listen. Our Sugriva also goes behind him and this Mayavi enters a cave. He tells Sugriva, if I don't come in 15 days, assume that this Mayavi has finished me. Because 15 days is sufficient for me to finish him. Sugriva waits for a month. After that, he sees a blood stream out. And he thinks Vali is gone. So takes a big boulder and blocks, the entrance. He comes back to his kingdom. And the people there, they don't want a kingdom without a king. Very dangerous. So they make Sugriva the king. Forcefully. He didn't even want. Then this Vali comes and he chases him all over. So much so that he took his wife away, Ruma. And he was constantly afraid. All this story, Sugriva narrates to Bhagwan Rama. After narrating this story, Bhagwan says, don't worry. I will take care of Vali. My one arrow is sufficient for Vali. But Sugriva is not fully convinced in Bhagwan's strength. You know what he says? Bhagwan, I know you are powerful, but Vali is very strong. And he gives him a test. Dundubi's carcass was lying. He says, clear, Bhagwan, if you can clear this carcass means heap of bones, then I will accept. Bhagwan very casually does it. Then Sugriva gets conviction that Bhagwan is powerful. Bhagwan says, go and fight. Sugriva goes, calls Vali to fight. First round, Vali is also surprised. How come this Sugriva is so confident today? Tara warns him. Something is, fishy over here. He is not this confident otherwise. First round happens. Sugriva is badly beaten up. He comes back to his camp with blue eye. All, L1, L4, L5, all dislocated. And all these Vanaras are doing ice packs. Have you seen that movie, Ramayana movie, the animation one? Very nicely they have shown this. Sugriva is lying. He says, Bhagwan, what happened? You told me you will take care. See the condition here. Bhagwan just puts his hand on Sugriva, all his pain goes away. Bhagwan says, both of you look so similar, I couldn't distinguish who is Vali and who is Sugriva. Once you would come this side, another times somebody would be this side, and I didn't know who was who. So he says, take this garland, put this garland, again you go. Then I will take care. What is that? Semi-finals done, this is final match. Sugriva goes again, calls Vali. And this time Bhagwan stands behind a tree and sends the arrow to Vali. Vali is lying down in the lap of Hanuman Ji. Vali is lying down. First he has some doubt. He says, Bhagwan, Sugriva and me both were dear to you. You say you are equanimous. How come today Sugriva became your friend and I became your enemy? Bhagwan answers all his questions. And Vali is convinced also. We might not be convinced. Bhagwan gives him list of reasons. He says, at any cost, you should not have tortured Sugriva like this. And younger brother's wife is like your sister. You should not have taken her away like this. So when Vali hears all this, he says, Bhagwan, what you did is right. Once he accepts his mistake, Bhagwan tells him, I can give you your healthy body back. I want you to be immortal. And Vali says, Bhagwan, I will not make this mistake again of asking immortal physical body. Great Rishi Munis do tapasya to have your darshan at the last moment. Ante ya smriti sa gati. Whatever is our last thought, that becomes our next destination. So great Rishi Munis struggle to get your thought. And here you are standing in front of me. Why would I trade it off for anything else? He says, Bhagwan, I offer my son Angada at your feet. You take care of him. He is in your service. Saying this, Vali gives up his body. Now in this entire prasanga, who is Sugriva and who is Vali? Vali represents ahankara, ego, pride. And Sugriva represents sadhaka, good qualities. And in a person, both things reside. Sometimes pride is also there, sometimes good qualities also show up. But who should be the king? King should be good qualities. Until Vali is the king, that person cannot progress. Until ahankara rules his personality, he cannot progress. So Bhagwan makes sure Sadgunas become the king, represented by Sugriva. Now why did Bhagwan not save Sugriva the first time? He got beaten up by Vali. When Sadguna is devoid of Bhagwan, that Sadguna becomes one with Ahankara. Good qualities, if we feel, are there because of our effort. Saying that one has good qualities because of his or her effort is as good as having pride. So Bhagavan says, I cannot distinguish which one is ahankara, which one is a sadhaka. Both have become one. That's why in Narad Ji's story, in Srimad Bhagavatam, even in Ramcharitmanas it comes. Narad Ji had great tapasya and he conquered Kāma Deva, conquered Kāma. Not only conquered Kāma, but he forgave Kāma also. Unlike Lord Shiva, who burnt Kāma. So double pride. And what does Bhagavan do? He brings him down with the same quality. So whichever quality sadhaka gets proud of, that same quality ceases to remain sadguna. Moment he feels, I conquered Kāma, that I becomes the problem. So Bhagavan says, go again. Second round, fight as my devotee. One who has to finish this ahankara, pride, is the Lord, not our self-effort. Self-effort you keep doing, but remember that one who has to send the arrow is me only. And Bhagavan sending arrow from behind is this ahankara becomes stronger with sense objects. The only way to conquer this ahankara is to keep sense objects away. Means Kāma and ahankara, desire and pride, you cannot go head on and fight. You have to fight it from behind. You have to fight it quietly. That is Bhagavan sending the arrow from behind the tree. Okay. Let us do Sankat Mochan and we'll conclude. बाल समय रवि भक्षलियो तब तीनहु लोक भयो अंधियारो ताहि सो त्रास भयो जग को यह संकट काहू सो जात नटारो देवन आनी करी बिनती तब छाड़ी दियो रवि कष्ट निवारो को नहीं जानत है जग में कपि संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो को नहीं जानत है जग में कपि संकट बाली की त्रास कपीस बस गिरि जात महाप्रभु पंथ निहारो चौकी महामुनि साप दियो तब चाहिए कौन विचार विचारो कै द्विज रूप लेवाय महाप्रभु सो तुम दास के शोक निवारो को नहीं जानत है जग में कपि संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो को नहीं जानत है जग में कपि संकट मोचन अंगद के संग लेन गए सिय खोज कपि सयह बन उचारो जीवत ना बची हो हम सो जो बिना सुधि लाए इहा पगुधारो हेरी थके तट सिंधु सब तब लाय सिया सुधि प्राण उबारो को नहीं जानत है जग में कपि संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो को नहीं जानत रावण त्रास दई सिय को सब राक्षसी सो कहीं शोक निवारो ताहि समय हनुमान महाप्रभु जाय महारजनी चर मारो चाहत सिय अशोक सोवागी सुदय प्रभु मुद्रिका शोक निवारो को नहीं जानत है जग में कपि संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो को नहीं जानत बाण लग्यो उर लक्ष्मण के तब प्राण तजे सुत रावण मारो लय गृह वैद्य सुषेण समेत तब गिरि द्रोण सुबीर उपारो आनी सजीवन हाथ दई तब लक्ष्मण के तुम प्राण उबारो को नहीं जानत है जग में कपि संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो को नहीं जानत है जग में कपि संकट बंधु समेत जब अहिलावन लय रघुनाथ पताल सिधारो देवी ही पूजी भली विधि सो बलि देव सब मिली मंत्र विचारो जाय सहाय भयो तब ही रावण सैन्य समेत संहारो को नहीं जानत है जग में कपि संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो को नहीं जानत है जग में कपि संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो काज किए बड़ देवन के तुम वीर महाप्रभु देखे विचारो कौन सो संकट मोर गरीब को जो तुम सो नहीं जात है टारो बेगी हरो हनुमान महाप्रभु जो कुछ संकट हो यह हमारो को नहीं जानत है जग में कपि संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो को नहीं जानत है जग में कपि संकट नाम तिहारो लाल देह लालील से अरुधरि लाल लंगूर वज्र देह दानव दलन जय 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 कपिसु सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय। श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय।